Hey guys, today I want to talk about character assassination and gossip in the Philippines. It's not one of my favorite subjects, trust me. I remember when I was back in the US and I worked for the Lawrence School Department, and I remember it was a gossip mill. It was really, really bad. And it was one of the things that I hated about working in the city of Lawrence, Massachusetts, and for the school department was the gossip. There was always chitter chatter going around the school about somebody or somebody, whoever it was. I always felt bad for them because I knew half the stuff was probably untrue. And one time I had something come back to me, and it was totally bogus, and I was bothered by it. And I tried to figure out a way to deal with this. And what I did was I walked by the person that it came from, and I walked up to him and I says, "Hey, listen, could you do me a favor?" And he says, "Yeah, sure, Steve," acting like they were my friend. I says, "Could you do me a favor and keep my name out of your mouth from here on in when you're talking crap about people?" I says, "I just don't like having my character assassinated." And they were they didn't know that the word got out that they were the one that was passing the gossip around, but their name was attached to it. So when I heard that, I was really, really bothered by that. But after that, I never heard a peep out of that person as far as any gossip coming from that person ever again. And it kind of helped stop that gossip. Well, in the Philippines, let me tell you something. We're not free from gossip over here. If anything, it's a gossip mill over here too in some places. I've seen vloggers that were once held up on a pedestal get knocked down from that pedestal just because of gossip. Saying that they're e-beggars or they're this or that. And, I've heard some bad things, and some things I know are true, and some things I know is bull. But one of the things that I learned in the Philippines is that I always take everything that I hear from somebody as, I like to back it up before I believe it. It's just something that I learned. When people tell me something, I always take it as, okay, I'll look into it and I'll find out, and sometimes, actually, a lot of the times you find out that it's not true or what have you. And I'm not saying people are liars for telling you something. Maybe they heard the wrong thing or got the wrong information or what have you. But sometimes people will tell you information and it's just not true. Now, I've seen gossip over here practically destroy families. I've had it happen to me over here. I've had it happen back home. It happens wherever you are. But the Philippines is kind of like a gossip pit. It's almost like a cockfighting pit, kind of. It's just gossip travels around fast here. You could say something back here at this house, and it'll be in Mindanao, from Luzon to Mindanao, in 15 minutes. If somebody thinks it's gossip worthy, it just gossip travels fast. It's horrible. Gossip is a horrible thing in this world. But over here, be careful becoming a part of that gossip mill. Don't believe everything that you hear about somebody when you hear their name getting assassinated or something like that. One thing I've been pretty protective of is my reputation. My reputation means everything to me, and it's probably one of the things that I protect the most. So when I hear crap coming back from people, it bothers me. And sometimes I learn just to kind of, back off from that person for a while or whatever until the person gets the gist of what they did to me or whatever. And I've been a victim of gossip many a time. But it kind of reminds me of this story here. I used to sell baseball cards, and I used to sell collectibles and things like that. And I was at a collectible show one time, and I kept going to this collectible show every so many years. And I met this guy there. His name was Bobby Doerr. He used to play for the Boston Red Sox. He was friends with Ted Williams, Pesky, and everything. And I remember him when he was signing autographs. Somebody said, "Your wife's very beautiful," and he was talking about his actually it was like his helper or whatever, his assistant. And he goes, "Let me straighten you out on something before this rumor goes around that I'm with some younger girl." He says, "That's not my wife, that's my assistant." Bobby Doerr was very protective of his reputation, and one of the things that Bobby Doerr was known for was never ever swearing. He never swore. Nobody ever heard him ever say a swear before. I'm sure he did at some point in his life, but he was known for not swearing. And I'm not sure how he became like that, but he was very protective of his character, and he had an outstanding character, and it followed him all throughout his life. He was just this gentle man when I met him, and I met him a few times, throughout my life when I was selling or buying baseball cards from these shows or whatever. And he was always just that like a very gentle, kind human being, and I kind of aspire to be like that, because those are the people that, unfortunately, those are the people that get attacked sometimes. Those are the people that get attacked throughout life by character assassinations. I've been a victim of character assassinations from my family back home, really, really bad, and to the point where it was terrible. It was one of the reasons why I left to come over here, because it had gotten so bad. I just says, I'm not going to fight this anymore. I'm not going to defend myself from things that aren't true. I'm just going to move past them and move on and get out of Dodge. And unfortunately, one of the people that was doing the character assassinations was actually somebody very near and dear to me. I was very, very bothered by that, and it hurt me. It hurt me. And over in the Philippines, you're not going to get away from that over here. Don't think that you're coming over here and this is heaven on earth over here. The Filipino girls over here are known for gossip. They a lot of the girls over here love to have gossip. I mean, I've had to talk to my girlfriend about it. I've heard it from other people talking things, and people around the neighborhood talk like you're exceptionally wealthy here, because their idea about wealth and our idea about wealth are two different things. So they go around telling people that you're rich or whatever. And I had to talk with somebody up above here and tell them, stop telling people that I'm wealthy, because I don't want to get robbed. And she stopped. I think she stopped, and I had to talk with somebody else about that also. But in the Philippines, the rumor mill around here is very, very strong. It's very, very strong. Even the barangays deal with a lot of rumor and gossip issues and character assassination and what have you. It can be very bad sometimes. The barangays here are known for settling issues like that sometimes, because of liars or people that are doing character assassinations. And you guys know what I'm talking about. When sometimes people will make something totally innocent into something sound like a lot worse than what it is. And I try not to give anybody any ammunition to talk crap about me, and you need to kind of be that way yourself. So guys that are heavy drinkers or anything like that over here, or you have some issues, let me tell you something. You're going to be the talk of the gossip mill. If you bring those issues over here, you're going to be the talk of the gossip mill, and it's not a fun place to be. And it'll get around the neighborhood, and it'll get to the relatives and neighbors and your friends, and that's just the way it is. A lot of the times, you don't have to do anything over here. You'll be the talk of the gossip mill for whatever reason, because somebody lied about something or what have you. It's just part of life here in the Philippines. And it's part of life throughout the world. It's not just here in the Philippines. It's everywhere, guys. Gossip is, it's like, it's awful. It's terrible. It's a terrible thing to deal with. But anyway, guys, I just want to talk about that today. I thought it was an important subject, because it's kind of hit me a few times, and it when it hits you really, really hard, guys. It can hit you strongly, and it can really hurt your family. It can hurt your self-esteem over here. It can hurt your self-esteem wherever you are. But just be careful. And when people start talking about you, tell them. Say, do me a favor. Keep my name off your lips. Please keep my name off your lips, because I don't want to have that gossip coming back to me when it's untrue. And usually they'll stop. Anyway, guys, God bless. Take care.